What's up, guys? Yesterday you learned how to play The Wizard Always Wins. Today you're going to be playing one more time or two more times, as many times as you like, and you can get games in before the end of the period. You'll just be playing with this sheet today. I've probably already given you this sheet, or I'm handing it out right now as I'm explaining this. This top part here is just a little bit more about the game. You probably know the drill by now. You have to pull one of your colored gems out of the bag in order to be able to win. I want you to pay special attention right now to this part right here. It says this sheet will tell you the probability of each item in the bag. The probability for each item and your gems will change as items get drawn out. This is called dependent probability because the probability of each occurrence depends on what happened before it. All right? And so then we see the probabilities of each item here. For a plant, we've got 5/31. Snail, 5/31. Same for bone, potion, and mushrooms. Place a gem in the bag token is 3/31. Level up token is also 3/31. No gems start in the bag. They're all right there on the table. And so we won't write a probability down for those as of yet. All right? Again, what these fractions mean, well, they look like fractions, they are probabilities, but what they mean is that the plant, there are 5 plant tokens in the bag right now, and there's 31 total tokens in the bag. So my chances of pulling out a plant token are 5 in 31. 31 tokens in the bag, 5 of those are plant tokens, all right? You usually hear probability discussed in percentage. Where do they get those percentages from? Well, they just do this division right here. So we can take a calculator, and we can do 5 divided by 31. And we get 16%. All right, we just move that decimal twice to the right. It gives us 16%. All right. So I've got a 16% chance of pulling that plant token out of the bag. Same holds true for the snail, the bone, the potion, and the mushrooms. What about the place the gem in the bag token or the level up token? Those are only 3/31. Well, that's going to be a lower chance, isn't it? If there's only 3 in there out of those 31, my chance there falls to 0.096%. So just under 10%. All right, 9.7% if we're rounding those percentages to the tenths place. So just under 10%. All right, pretty significant difference for only having 2 less in the bag there to start with. All right. So how are these numbers going to change? All right, these numbers are going to change as we draw things out of the bag. So let's say it's the first turn. I am using green. So I'm green. I'm going first. I'm going to take the hunter. No. The farmer first. All right. Usually a pretty good idea to take the farmer first. If you're going first, probably want to take the farmer. All right, depending on what you've drawn. If you've drawn 2 things you can already turn in for a set in your starting hand of cards, maybe not the farmer. I usually like to get the farmer because he's going to get you a lot of cards right off the bat. Anyway, pro tip for you there. So I take the farmer. He says I can draw 2 cards and take 1 token, and then I'm going to play a card. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. Ooh, pretty good cards there. 3 snails and 3 plants. Hey, look here. If I draw a plant out of the bag, and again, I've got a 16% chance of doing so, I'm going to be able to go ahead and level up on my first turn. That's exciting. Let's see if it happens. I'm going to grab my tokens and pull one out. Let's see what we get here. Hey, this was totally not planned. It just happened that way. So look, I've got my plant token. The hunter says that I get to play 1 card. So I'm going to play this plant card face down in front of me, like that. put that with my plant token. I'm going to go ahead and turn those in. And I get to level up right off the bat. Not bad for a first play of the game. All right, so that's the game side of it. What's going to happen on my sheet? Well, there is one less plant in the bag now. So I am going to move some things out of my way. I am going to mark out the 5 out of 31. And I'm going to put 4, because there's only 4 left in the bag, because I've taken 1 out, over 30, right? Because there were 31 tokens in the bag, now there's only 30. So it changed the probability of the plant, but it's also going to change the probability of everything else happening. I have to change all of the denominators to 30. All right. So look here now. I have a better chance now of pulling out a snail, a bone, a potion, or mushrooms. All those probabilities have gone up to 5 out of 30, right? The place a gem in the bag has gone up to now a 10% chance. Hey, how about that? So our chances have improved of pulling one of those out of the bag. Again, as we pull tokens out of the bag, we will change our probabilities, okay? Whatever token you pull out of the bag, you're going to change the numerator for that one, like I did here for the plant, because I pulled a plant out. I changed from 5 to 4 because now there's only 4 left in the bag. And then we have to change the denominator of everything because 1 came out of the bag. What happens if a gem goes in the bag? Let's say that I have gone ahead and collected my 5 snails that I need, and I get to put a gem in the bag. So here's my gem. I'm going to put that right in the bag here, like that. Well, if I was at 30 in the bag before, now there's 31 in the bag, and one of those is my colored gem. I still have to go back and change all my denominators to 31. The numerators for all of the rest of them do not change because there's still the same number of each of those tokens in the bag. And there we go. So there's my probability now that I have 1 gem in the bag. Now, it is totally up to you on the next round. If you have, as long as you have at least 1 gem in the bag, you can go ahead and take the wizard. Is it a good idea though? What's my probability? 1 in 31. Tough decision. Really not that tough. 1 out of 31. Not very good chances, okay? So, again, when we're doing probabilities, all these probabilities are going to constantly change. You want to take that wizard when you think that you have the best chance of winning, and maybe before somebody else that might have a better chance than you, just because they're going to be taking that if you don't. All right? So that's how we're playing today, okay? Go ahead and start playing in your groups. I'll come around and make sure everybody's playing. Thanks, guys.